Last time on CeraCommentaries. He died via CC in-joke. That's it. I suppose we should probably move on to what you're actually waiting for. Yeah, probably should have just done that to begin with. Well, I'm dead as shit. Again. Although, something feels different. Oh, I'm in limbo. Well, might as well wait for my soul to be judged. Let's see what's on TV. Oh, come on! How do you make a bad commentary on MatPat? It's fricking MatPat! Why? So then, introductions. This is MegaDoopTV, a ranter and, as of last year, commentator. Now, I'm not the most familiar with his work, since aside from his commentary on Skeleton Nation and his rant on the Old vs. Neo CC, this is the only thing I've seen of him. So then, let's just move on to the degrees. Basically, we have him covering MatPat's Mega Man theory. Yeah, the one that's 3 years old. Now I know a commentary isn't automatically bad because it covers an old video, but the age of the video is actually kind of important to a point I'll make later on. Anyway, on to the commentary.
Game theory. Or should I say, lame theory. I know, that was awful. I think you guys all know that I really don't like this YouTube series, and I really think it's bad. And before I go on, I just want to say that if you watch my original game theory rant, I mentioned this video that I'm responding to as an example for one of his older videos being crap. So think of this commentary as a sequel to that rant.
Okay, I might be nitpicking here, but why didn't you at the very least show the screenshot or thumbnail from the rant you're talking about for those of us who have either just found your content or who haven't seen the rant? And considering the fact that he didn't link it in the description, such a master of organization you are, by the way, so that we don't have to go out of our way to find it. Now, I understand that was only uploaded a month before this video came out, but the least you could have done was cite the video you were making a sequel to. Scrub.
Oh, mega punch him, then mega kick him, then mega chop him.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, voted Show of the Year in the year 20XX. Now, let me come right out and say it. I love me some Blue Bomber. I don't often replay games, but when I do, I prefer Mega Man.
And of course, it wouldn't be a game theory video without unfunny, overused memes. Skip.
Hold the fuck up! Okay, so I can just go, humor is subjective, you fail. But rather, I'm going to bring up that your only point here is that he isn't funny. Okay then. How is he not funny? You don't explain why a joke fails. Oh, and about your memes are overused. Yes, of course a video from early 2014 would be using it because back then, they weren't as overused. This is a major issue I found overall at covering older videos, is that you can't complain about relevancy, since back then it would have been relevant and it just shows the video aged, not a legitimate point of critique.
Okay, but here's a possibility. What if the meme was overused back then as well?
Then that is just evidence that Megadoop fails to show us.
Dr. Wily, you know, evil genius out to conquer the world using his robot army, he's not the one to blame in these games.
This guy over here uses killer robots to try to conquer the world, but he is not the one to really blame, okay? Dude, are you serious right now?
Are you fucking gaming, you goddamn manga comment wannabe? Look, you dingus, he's just setting up the rest of the video as we see him go on. And you skipping over that without addressing it makes things really sketchy on your end. Now if you want to skip it without causing confusion, explain what you're skipping and the confusion between you and your audience will be no more. Or, and here's a wild idea, skip the build-up altogether and get to the actual video.
Dr. Wily is the one who turned Legion of specialized work robots against humanity, so that would seem to make him pretty bad. But is all of this his fault? I used to think so until I saw this moment from the end of Mega Man 7. At the end of the game, surprise, surprise, Rock has Wily begging for mercy, but this time it's a little different. Mega's not having any of Wily's keys. I'm gonna do what I should have done years ago, he says. Apparently so enraged he forgot to use his helping verbs. But Dr. Wily reminds him, robots can't hurt humans. That's the way the program. And that's when Mega Man reveals, in probably the slowest scroll ever featured in a video game, that he is more than a robot. No, the next word is robot. A robot. That he is more than a robot.
You do realize that in the original Japanese version of this game, Mega Man doesn't say anything. In fact, as soon as Wily reminds him that a robot can't harm a human, Mega Man stops. So this already pretty much shoots your entire theory in the foot, as I will further explain later on in this video.
You know, I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. Like, someone made this exact point, and it was debunked by a different commentator.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Your amazing comeback to MatPat is that his point, the point you didn't let finish, mind you, is invalid because of one different dialogue choice in the Japanese version. A Japanese version that, mind you, still doesn't change the fact that Mega Man still tried to kill Wily, which was MatPat's main point in the first place.
Nope, must just be me.
Oh, Mega punch him, then Mega kick him, then Mega chop him.
And I'm going to skip a little further to the part where he explains the laws of robotics.
Wakey wakey!
Oh my god, why must people feel it necessary to explain why they're skipping and then use a skip card? Pick one and stick with it.
Asimov's 3 laws of robotics, which state the following. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
Yeah, true, but again, in the original Japanese version, Mega Man did not violate any of those laws, so your point literally means nothing at this stage.
Ah! This still doesn't prove wrong of what he has to say, since in the North American release, Mega Man still attempted to murder Wily in cold blood. To add on to that, he was still originally going to break that law in the Japanese version, only to stop himself, as you can see in the footage you even showed. And we have no way of knowing if Mega Man would have gone through with it or not, since Wily escaped before he could think it all the way through.
Oh, Mega punch him, then Mega kick him, then Mega chop him.
And Dr. Light didn't just give Mega Man this ability. Every murderous robot rampaging through the city was the result of the good doctor. Yes. Everything filters back to Dr. Light. Every robot master, every wily scheme, every life lost.
Okay, this statement is utter bullcrap when you realize that Dr. Light in the classic Mega Man series only made Mega Man, Roll, Proto Man, and the Robot Masters from Mega Man 1 and 9. Dr. Wily made all of the Robot Masters after Mega Man 2, excluding Mega Man 9.
Okay, tell me, who were the first Robot Masters that Wily used to his benefit? The Mega Man 1 Robot Masters. So with this knowledge, Wily was the one who used the first set of Robot Masters to try and take over the world, becoming an evil mastermind. Thus, using deduction, we can easily figure out that if Light never built the Mega Man 1 Robot Masters, then Wily would not have become an evil mastermind, or if he did, at least not as quickly. And thus, he never would have built the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters. Oh, and as for you saying that Light didn't build all of the Robot Masters, yes, I agree with you. But Wily didn't build all of them either, since Wily and Light built the Mega Man 3 Robot Masters as a cooperative effort. The Mega Man 4 Robot Masters were made by Dr. Cossack. The Mega Man 6 Robot Masters were in a tournament and were manipulated by Dr. Wily, I mean Mr. X. Yeah, let's just go with that. And the Mega Man 10 Robot Masters were regular robots that were infected by the Roboenza virus, which is basically making them go berserk. Also, MatPat said that the robots were as a result of Light, not built by him.
It seems like an extreme claim when there is very clearly a villain in the character of Dr. Wily, but
Thank you, MatPat, for debunking your entire theory. I really appreciate it.
You know, this would be a funny meme if he wasn't building up to his explanation of why Wily isn't completely to blame. You impatient fuck.
To truly understand, you have to have a clear sense of the series' story. And since there's been a lot of confusion over the years about Mega Man's canon, let me briefly summarize the events of the series. Wily and Light attended the same school, the Robot Institute of Technology, or RIT.
Aren't you going to keep doing the commentary?
Nope.
No.
Nope. If he's not going to speed up the footage to keep me invested, then why should I care about the video being shown to me?
Really?
No, of course I'm going to keep doing the commentary. You can see the timeline on the video, you dingus!
Robots, but being independent, Proto Man escaped. So instead of doing anything about it, Dr. Light was like, well, better build two this time. And thus, Rock and Roll were created.
Proto Man was confirmed to be the early prototype of Mega Man, and when he was first built by Dr. Light, Proto Man had an issue with his power reactor. Because of this, Dr. Light assumed that he had died, considering his failed power reactor. And even then, Proto Man was not built as a combat robot originally by Light. It was Wily who modified him so he could become a combat robot to battle Mega Man.
You know, once again, I'm getting this weird sense of deja vu. Like, I've been here before.
1. Stop making up problems that don't actually exist, because MatPat never said this wasn't the case. And 2. These pieces of info are not important to his theory. The reason he didn't elaborate on Proto Man's reason for leaving is because it doesn't disprove nor relate to his theory. The only reason Proto is important to this theory is because he's an independent robot. This is the same reason he didn't elaborate on Light's reasoning for not looking for Proto, because him going to make on Roll and Mega Man was more important to his video.
Nope, must just be me.
Oh, Mega punch him, then Mega kick him, then Mega chop him.
From that story, Dr. Light's responsibility for the events in the Mega Man series should become crystal man clear.
No, because you don't have proof that Light never gave his robots machine ethics, even though there is proof that he did, and Wily reprogrammed the robots to do his bidding.
Okay, great point. MatPat doesn't show evidence that Light's robots do have the 3 laws of robotics. Brilliant point. One question, though. Are you going to show us the evidence and convince us to join your side of the debate? No? Okay, I see how it is. Subscribe to Keemstar. God damn it! And since there's really nothing left for me to cover, since he did a good job with the last 5 minutes, I feel now is the perfect time to move on to final thoughts. I really don't have that much to say, since a majority of the things that you should improve on I've already addressed in the commentary, but screw it, I got a few points to repeat. Just don't deny official evidence just because it was changed for the American version. It is still an officially licensed Mega Man product that is canon to the main series. Regardless of how it changes, in both versions, Mega Man still tries to break the 3 laws of robotics. Also, when your target fails to provide evidence, it's up to you to provide that evidence instead of just saying, lol, you're wrong, herpty-derp. Wait, I just finished a commentary. How am I still dead? God damn it, TP lied to me. Oh well, may as well make the best of a bad situation.